the attempt to stop corporations, major corporations from buying up single family homes. It sounds fun and it sounds good, and it will have literally zero impact on the cost of housing. So this is just bad policy.
I disagree about this supposedly being bad policy, but Ben Shapiro is essentially opposing President Donald Trump's claim that he plans to ban institutional investors from buying up single family homes. Now, the question of whether that's going to significantly help lower the cost of housing, that's something that, is a lot more, I would say, complicated. I don't think that's the main thing that'll lower the cost of housing. But to say this is bad policy is ridiculous when we're in the middle of a massive housing shortage. But Cenk, your 2 cents?
Yeah, so Trump is actually doing the right thing here. Whether he means it is a different question, but we're the fairest show in America. But the second part is about Ben Shapiro. Why is he now attacking Trump on this issue? That's really important.
Because he's funded by, the types of people who benefit from the types of policies that institutional investors make profit from. So we're talking about private equity firms buying up residential real estate and essentially doing it to corner the rental market. These homes don't get flipped, they turned into rentals, and that lowers the stock of available residential homes that working class families usually buy in order to build wealth. Now, as we're in the middle of a housing shortage, I think it makes sense to ban institutional investors and foreign investors from buying up our residential real estate. But what we also desperately need to do, and this is a bigger piece, the more important part of the puzzle, is to create more housing, build more housing. That is the primary reason why we have the housing crisis that we have. Now, yesterday, Trump wrote the following: for a very long time, buying and owning a home was considered the pinnacle of the American dream. Because of the record high inflation caused by Joe Biden and the Democrats in Congress, the American dream is increasingly out of touch for far too many people, especially younger Americans. I am immediately taking steps to ban large institutional investors from buying more single family homes, and I will be calling on Congress to codify it. He claimed that he's going to provide more details about this in 2 weeks. I am not going to celebrate this unless he actually carries it out. I think that Trump has made all sorts of promises that he did not make good on. And oftentimes when it appears like he's making good on his promises, there's always some sort of catch. So I'm in wait and see mode, but I do welcome this, because if we're again in the middle of a housing shortage, how does it make sense to allow institutional investors to buy up these homes?
Yeah,
thus making it even more difficult for middle class families. Go ahead, Cenk.
Look, I love the policy. Yeah, I just told you I love the policy that Trump proposed. It's in fact in our populist plank. And in fact, that's the one thing that Charlie Kirk and we agreed on that led to more and more conversation and finding out that we might have agreed on a couple more things as well. And so that's banning private equity or corporations from buying our homes. Populistplank.com, go check it out. And so if he meant it and he actually passed it, then I would give him a world of credit for that, okay? That would be him delivering on some of his populist promises. Maybe the first time he delivered on any populist promise, and I'd be thrilled. But Anna's absolutely right, no cookies until you actually do it. Because Trump does this a lot. Oh, I'm gonna do this, and then you never hear about it again. He said, oh, I'm gonna do lower drug prices, most favored nation status on all drugs for all Americans. Executive order, and then nothing. So, he did one deal with Pfizer. I'm like, no, you gotta pass a bill. You have to pass a bill. Ro Khanna introduced that bill with a bunch of Republicans. Trump doesn't support it at all. So likely this is just a marketing trick to pretend to be populist. But again, if he passes it, I'll give him all the credit in the world. Okay, now you go to Ben Shapiro. Before he was a never Trumper, then Trump starts kissing Israel's ass and he's like, oh, Trump's the greatest. And they use him as a human shield and they hide behind him. You can't criticize us, we're on Trump's side. The minute Trump touches the rich and powerful, he's like, Trump's terrible. This is a terrible idea. What are you talking about? We definitely shouldn't do this. He doesn't care about Trump. He doesn't care about MAGA. He doesn't care about the right wing. All he cares about is protect his donors that fund the Daily Wire. Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.